G'day, Michael here. Today I'm going to do a little bit of skinning, and I haven't done a lot of this, but we've been having issues with kangaroos in the area, and I'm not going to say how this one died. It could have been shot, it could have been run over. I'm not going to say anything more about that, but the thing is, the wallabies are fine, they're not an issue. But when you start getting the big greys coming in, and we had to deal with one the other night, and it would have been about 80 kilos, and those things are big enough to actually kill you. Not only that, they get stuck into the garden, they just destroy everything, so they're really not desired to have around. And when they start to come in, we need to get rid of them. This particular one, I've just lopped off the tail, just to show a little bit of skinning today, although skinning a kangaroo tail is not actually very easy. There's a lot of hard gristle on the inside of it, and yeah, it's difficult to do, but I'm going to just give it a go because I wanted to show, this is my number one skinning knife, and so I had to process some stuff the other night, and it was pretty good. It got most of the way through what I had to do with the kangaroo, the legs and the tail. It was a big one, big boy, and it got all the way through, almost all the way through. It started losing a bit of its keenness towards the end there, and I had a choice after that whether I would finish the job off. Still got some fur and stuff. I've got to clean this sheath out. So I had a choice to finish that off with either the beluga, which is good for that sort of thing, or the Kaiser baby, which has a very similar profile, which is also good for that sort of thing. And in the end, I chose the baby, not because it was any better in regards to the blade, but because I didn't want blood and guts inside the folding knife. So there are certain things that's going to be really good, but in my opinion, it's not going to be good for skinning and blood and guts because you're going to get a lot of junk in there. I've already got stuff in there and I don't even know how. So I've got to try and get that out. I don't even know how the stuff got in there, and there's already stuff in there. That's the problem I have with folding knives, is they just get stuff in them and then they don't work as well. It's all right for the office boys, you know, and they pull it out to cut their fruit for lunch or whatever they do, or around the home they cut a bit of this and that. But out here on a property, you just get too much junk in there and they're just not practical to use. It's all right inside the house for bits and pieces, but even food prep, you can quite easily get stuff stuck in there. So people use them for hunting knives. I don't understand it. It's going to muck it up, but they do it. So definitely the baby was the better backup knife for the task I had the other night. And I'll probably even maybe use that to start off with the skinning process. But the real knife I want to use today to see how it goes today on this task is the Ruike Jager. And you could call that a hunting knife. So we're going to see how that goes in just skinning this tail so the dog can eat that one. So that's the idea. I'm not sure how I'm going to go on this because I haven't done a lot of this. We don't normally do this with roadkill or any other kill, but I just don't want to see things going to waste. So that's the idea behind it. Whoops, wrong sheet. So we'll see how this one goes today, and I've got plenty of backup options if it's no good. So I may stop the video halfway through anyway, because you would have seen enough of the process. But I just thought I would show this particular knife in real use. And the Kershaw skinning knife did a really good job, because stuff like this, it can just get in there a lot easier. Might have to come around this side. So it's very sharp, and it's slicing through that skin very easily, which is good. Beautiful edge. And doing that particular job very easily. So the dog's just waiting around because she knows what's coming. And I think it's just good because, you know, we see a lot of knife videos and that, and we don't always see how the knife goes in action. So occasionally I like to just show what the knives can actually do, and this one's not, see, missed it there. So it's not as good. See if we can repair that a bit. Right. But, you know, in a pinch, it'll do the job. Actually, it's doing an easier job than the big boy I had to process. Oh. I mean, I probably wouldn't need to do this for the dog normally. Just get them to deal with the fur, right? So it has got a fairly nice belly on it to be doing these sort of tasks. Fortunately, I don't want to keep the pelt, otherwise I wouldn't be happy with myself. A little bit of fat on this tail. And this is where you have to be careful. You don't start to, if you want to save the pelt, this is the part you've got to be really careful. You don't pierce through it. It's easy to do. And blunt your knife on the bone, I might add. But I'm not too worried about the pelt. Otherwise I'd be being a lot more careful. It's just going to be thrown away. See, the flies are starting, they want to come in for a feast. Not going to have the last bit of that. And there's the skin off. Not going to show the other side because it's pretty grim. And the dog can have fun with that part. And the last bit we want to do, I don't know how my camera's going to go here. I'll probably just chop that over on this stump. So what I'm going to do is just lop that into little bone type deals. But yeah, I mean, this would have been fine to process the legs and everything else you wanted to do. It did a pretty reasonable job. Not quite as easy to use as this because you can pinch it right up like that. And it's just an extension of your fingers and thumb. But the Ray did a good job. I'd use that. No worries at all. And then you could easily slice the rest of your meat off there. So good job, Ruike. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.